If you're doing cardio to lose fat, you're an awful person. Hello, I'm just kidding. I'm trying to think of like the worst hook possible because they have gotten so outrageous on YouTube. But I do want to talk about, do you need cardio to lose weight, to lose fat? I think cardio is amazing for heart health. I think it's great if you're training for something in the future like a marathon. But in terms of just losing fat alone, I think there are actually three factors that are more important. Number one is just eating at a calorie deficit. A lot of people actually don't know what this means. This means eating less calories than what your calorie maintenance is, aka the amount of calories that your body burns on a daily basis without really doing anything. To figure this out, there's so many calorie counter websites. I think caloriecounter.com is one of those websites. You just type in your weight, your height, and it tells you what your calorie maintenance is. It's probably going to be around 2,200 for the average person. And you essentially try to eat less calories than that. If you want to lose weight, more calories than that. If you want to gain weight, most of you watching this, since the topic is about fat loss, probably want to lose weight. I would recommend eating 400 calories in a deficit. Because if you try to push it and you're like, well, I'm just going to eat 1,000 calories tomorrow, your body will rebel against it. And you might think that you have willpower, but first of all, you've gotten to a point where you feel like you need to lose weight. So maybe you don't have that much willpower, but even the person with the most willpower ever, your body just has this like reaction to it. It's like screaming when you're in pain. You can't help it. And then one night you just binge everything in your kitchen. So try not to eat at 1,000 calorie deficit. Try to just keep it at around 300. And this is going to help you more than anything else. But you do have to have another thing, which is number two, strength training. You should work out consistently. If you're starting to lose fat, but you're still really skinny, you develop this thing called skinny fat that people talk about, which is essentially like a grosser frame. This is going to sound weird, but it's a more unattractive frame. Whoever you're trying to appeal to is going to find an athletic build the most attractive. Like if you're overly yoked, it's like still fine. But what's weird is being skinny is technically the most unattractive physique, even more than being like tremendously overweight. Especially if you're fat, you can use that fat to turn into muscle better. So you can actually have a better foundation if you are slightly overweight right now. So strength training consistently, cut your calories by about 400. And the last thing I would recommend is just a lot of walking. Find the time, make the sacrifice, walk as much as you possibly can. And with me, I try to find productive things to do while walking, like filming this video right now or listening to a podcast. And, you know, to me, walks, there's nothing more enjoyable. And it's great because I actually think it's better for fat loss overall, especially because when you train really hard, high intensity workouts, you get really hungry. So a lot of people who do that end up eating more calories, or they come up with excuses like, well, now I can eat this cupcake because I did this thing. Walking, you don't really come up with any excuses. It's just burning calories, and it's part of this thing called NEAT, which is basically movement in general. It's not high intensity, but most people lose more calories in the day based on these subtle movements, just moving in general. So on top of that, I would recommend finding a sport or an activity or a hobby that just requires you to move. And to me, I think the coolest thing, I was skateboarding for a long time, but my body got really used to that. So I actually just like to take a basketball, go to a basketball court and just shoot, because you end up chasing the ball a lot, especially me. You're running around. It's fun. I don't even think about the cardio. But I watched this YouTube video where these three people try to optimize losing as many calories as possible in a small amount of time. One person built like this most scientific, built regimen. Another person was doing gym workouts. And then another person was just playing basketball by themselves. And guess who burned the most calories? Just the person having fun playing basketball. And the other person was like literally like biking, jumped off, rowing, doing a HIIT workout, and burned less calories than the basketball dude. So just try to find an activity that you enjoy more. Try to implement more walking. Make sure you're strength training. And by that, I would say do 3 full body workouts a week, especially if you're new to it. If you're trying to develop this like perfect split and you're watching all these videos that talk about it and they're over optimization, a lot of people would actually recommend, and a lot of coaches actually do give this to clients, where they say just do 3 full body workouts a week. And you can go on YouTube, and with whatever you have around you, like if you just have the floor, if you just have parallettes, if you just have dumbbells, kettlebells, if you have a gym, great. Why is the lighting so atrocious? Then just type in full body workout with this on ChatGPT or YouTube. You can find a YouTube video that gives you great workouts. and then just start doing those. And then what you'll also find is that there's multiple full body workouts you can do with things. You'll find exercises that you just typically enjoy more. And then once you do this a lot, your body will get excited about working out, and then it becomes part of your life. This isn't like a diet. Dieting is kind of the worst idea. This is a whole topic for a different video. It's a lifestyle change. It's a complete change altogether. It's a way to live a happier, more fulfilling life. Like, I think people want to be happier overall, and they're like, yeah, that means I want to exclude everything that makes me uncomfortable. No, you need both. If you want to develop the perfect day, you need a day that has something hard in it to push through so that you can appreciate the good when it comes. Plus, it also has all this chemical reactions in your body when you're moving a lot. But yes, I am on day 646 of my fitness journey. So just a year and 9 months-ish. And there's a lot of really good information that I've gotten from experts on YouTube. But sometimes they kind of overshoot it when it comes to beginners. They give advice that's a little too in the weeds. And I'm like, okay, let's try to break this down as simple as humanly possible. So if you're trying to lose a bit of fat, my recommendation, 3 full body workouts a week. Use a lot of water and caffeine, carbonated water, to satiate hunger cravings, and eat at a 400 calorie deficit. Don't go more than that, or you will reverse, you'll ruin it. I'm a skateboarder. I'm just realizing that there's this perfect stair set here, but they also put handrails on both sides recently. So that's kind of cool. Anyways, I should probably focus. Walking, it's amazing for your brain. And all of these things are things you probably haven't had in your life now. I am telling you, when it comes to mental health, something that I've struggled with since I was like 3. I had panic attacks when I was like 5 years old. The first thing that helped was less than 2 years ago, getting really into fitness, working out outside a lot, going for walks. So all of these elements, ironically, amazing for getting rid of fat, but also so amazing for your mental health. So hope this video helps. If you have any more questions about fitness in general, obviously I'm not an expert. I'm not a coach. I'm just a product designer. Like, that is what I'm doing with this YouTube channel. That's the thing I'm most excited by. But I also want to answer any question that people have about other things in life that I happen to know things about. But again, not an expert, don't have a course or anything like that. I just want to help people get in the right mindset so that they can do things that they love, so people can create. This is what I do to put me in that right mindset, so I can just sit there and enjoy designing and creating products. And I think it's really fun. So thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.